Okay, for number 3, they're saying write a polynomial of least degree. I do see that part. With rational coefficients, where this would be the root of the problem. It's one of the zeros, by the way. And then it says find all the zeros of this equation. So, sort of, you write things down. Let me just see if I go to the whiteboard and do that. And I'll write down what they've told me. I know they want a polynomial of least degree that has a certain root. And let me write this down over here. I'm going to say, one of the roots is this over here. And unfortunately, you might say, oh, a polynomial of degree 1 has that root. You could say that. Unfortunately, what happens over here, I'm sorry, I made a mistake in copy. Let me go backwards. I think it's 5 plus root 7. You might say, oh, the polynomial is this over here. And would that be x minus this thing? But this is not a rational number, so I can't use that. So I have to erase that. You could say degree 1, but it's not rational. So what do I got to do now? I'm going to square both sides. And what would you get there? You get x squared is equal to 5 plus root 7. And by the way, you might say, oh, I have a degree 2 polynomial now. And you might say x squared minus 5 minus root 7 is equal to 0. And you might say, that's your polynomial. No, it's got an irrational number there, so that's no good. So let me get my eraser out again. It's not working. And what I'm going to do now is, if I square both sides, I get another root 7 in it. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to do this over here. Because I want the least degree. I want to keep doing this forever. So x squared minus 5 is equal to the root of 7. And what I'm going to do now is square both sides. You're going to get x4 minus 10x squared plus 25 is equal to 7. All right, that's not so bad. Let's keep going. x4 minus 10x squared. This can be plus 18 now, is equal to 0. Well, I found my polynomial of least degree. What's that going to be? F of x is equal to x4 minus 10x squared plus 18. That's the polynomial of least degree. That part's done. All right? Now the question is, what do you need to do now? I guess what I need to do is find all the roots. And I know there's going to be 4 roots. I know that. All right? By the way, I know one root. I get this over here. I want to find all 4 roots, by the way. And you might have suspicion about what they are. And there's certainly some symmetry here you could look at. But I'm going to do something. I'm going to say x squared is equal to u. And what would you get over here? It's going to be u squared minus 10u. We're looking for the roots now. Plus 18 is equal to 0. All right, now what I'm going to do is, maybe, I guess I could try to factor that, right? And looking at it, I don't know, 6 and 3 wouldn't give me 10. It would give me 18, by the way, and 2 and 9. Quadratic formula. So u equals, kind of painful. And what do you get there? You get 2. And then you're going to get 10 plus or minus. Well, minus 10 squared is 100. Minus 4 times 8, which is 1, times 18. Well, let's write this down. U equals 10 plus or minus. This is 2. And 100, well, let's do 4 times 18. It's 14 and 32, 72. And that's going to be 28, right? Let me make sure I said that right. 40 and 32, 72, yeah, 28. And I'm going to keep going. U equals 10 plus or minus. The square root of 28 was 4. The square root of 4 is 2, so 2 root 7 over 2. All right, I'm going to divide through. And what do you get there? U equals 5 plus or minus the root of 7. By the way, 5 plus root 7 is a positive number, and 5 minus root 7 is also a positive number. But I don't want u, I want x. What's x going to be equal to? I'll write this down for you. X squared, which is u, will be 5 plus or minus the root of 7. So let's write this over here. X equals using the square root method, plus or minus 5 plus or minus root 7. By the way, I want to write down all all 4 roots. So the 4 roots are going to be as follows. You're going to have 5 plus root 7. You're going to have 5 minus root 7. All right? You're going to get minus 5 plus root 7. That's the root of it. I'm sorry to say that. And then minus the root of 5 minus root 7. And that's all of them, all right? Now going back to the original problem, by the way, they said one of them would be 5 plus root 7, the root of it. I got that part. And we're done. All right, we got it, and we got it. Thank you.